Hi, I'm Meg and I live here in Elmore on Dja Dja Wurrung land with my partner and our 2 boys. So we're sitting in my front garden, and when we bought this house more than 15 years ago, my partner and I put down a heap of mulch, 20 cubic metres of mulch, and planted tube stock, and we've allowed that to grow into what we feel is a nice bush setting, and it provides great habitat for all of the beautiful birds and insects and lizards that we have. Making art for our front garden just makes sense to me. With a waste-conscious mind, I see things around town that are left on people's nature strips, so I've made some artworks for our front garden just to add a little bit of visual interest to the garden and really reflect who we are as a family and who I am as an artist. In Elmore, we are a small community, but I think a really connected community. Lots of us are growing and harvesting our own food in our yard, so we've got our beehives here, and we harvest our honey. It's such a joy to be able to share that with other people. It certainly comes back. A good friend of mine's just given me some green tomato pickles, and I was able to give her some zucchinis in exchange. It just builds that really lovely sense of community and looking out for each other, making that time to connect. The house was actually moved here from East Loddon P12 school, so it was an old schoolhouse. And as our family's grown, we've needed more space, so we've recently completed a renovation and extension. We were really conscious that a lot of the things that we were taking out of the house certainly weren't destined for landfill, so we offered a lot of those items for free. We also wanted to ensure that we had access to our rainwater, so we've had that plumbed into the house, so we feel like we're doing our little bit in this little patch. So we're sitting in our courtyard garden and we love this space. When we planted this garden, it was all about what food could we grow. Feijoas, pineapple guavas and olives, a large lime tree and a lemon and an orange, and we've got some pomegranates as well. And the olives are amazing. We harvest those every year, have them pressed into olive oil at an off-grid processor in Tullaline. I can tell you for a fact there is nothing like tasting the olive oil from the olives from your backyard. It is sensational. The veggie patch is a really great place that we spend time as a family. Having it next to the chook shed means that we can take any of the waste from the veggie patch, pop it straight in there, and the girls go through it for us, and fresh eggs out of the chook yard are just amazing. This is our Your Kitchen Waste Goes Here bin for people in our street and in our community. They can come along, they can pop their food waste in here, we take it out to our chooks, they have a snack, and anything that's left over gets raked up and popped into our compost. Here in Elmore, we are so lucky that we live alongside this beautiful stretch of the Campaspe. I walk this walking track pretty much every single day. I always pick up rubbish when I come down to the river. I think it's my duty. Most of the things that I was picking up were recyclable, but there was only a general rubbish bin. So I asked the council could they please put a recycle bin in, and they did. I was thrilled to be a part of Elmore being the first town in the whole of the City of Greater Bendigo to become plastic bag free. And as a community, I feel that we were really proud of being that first town. Yeah, we're really proud of the way that we're making small changes here as a family that supports sustainability, and how that can have a really positive influence in our community and maybe a little bit wider. I reckon anyone can have a go.